Hello guys and welcome to this tutorial. Today I will show you how you make a night traffic time-lapse, and in this video I will divide the process into 3 steps. The first is the gear and my settings, the second the recording, and the third the editing of our time-lapse. So let's jump to the first step, which is my gear and my settings. So as the first step says, let's come to the gear and my settings. First of all, of course, we need the camera. In my case, we use a Canon, the Canon 750D, also known as T6i. I also have the 18 to 55mm lens, but in this video we will use my new Tamron 70 to 300mm lens. And you also need the remote control for the remote shutter. Make sure you have the right cable for your camera, for my Canon camera, that will fit in here. Also, if you're shooting, always should have a full charged battery, because shooting can take up to several hours, if not longer. So first let's come to the camera settings with the Tamron 70 to 300. Make sure your camera is in manual mode and then set your blend, your F, to the lowest as that's possible, and then set your exposure time to custom, so just to unlimited basically, because we will control that later on with the remote. And your ISO, something around 800 should fit. My white balance, or like my after processing, shoot in RAW, but I set this one, it's like a custom one I made on my PC. As I said, shoot in RAW, and yeah, these settings are perfect. That's it already with the camera. So let's come to the remote. So let's come to the remote. In the remote we have many tabs. The first tab, you can see it up here, is pretty useless because it's just a time before everything else will happen. It's pretty useless because we will be there when we start our process. The second one is the exposure time. That's why we made it custom. So for my shot, because I want nice trails, I set it to 4, maybe 3 seconds. So we get some nice trails. The second one is the time between the shots taken. 50 seconds from our last time lapse. But for this to make it more fluid, we can set it all the way down to 5, yeah, let's say 5. And the third tab, this one, is the tab where we can select how much pictures our camera should take. So the maximum on my remote is 390, you can see when I hit this 99, it will go all the way back to 1, but we obviously want the maximum amount of shots we can get, so we can get a long time lapse. That's it already for the remote settings. So the last thing we gotta do is activate our remote control and then press on timer start, this little button up here. And as you can hear now, our timer starts and our camera will shoot with the exposure time and the delay between the shots that we have set it earlier. As you can see here, it shows 2 seconds, but it takes 2.9, which is almost 3. So just let it go through this process, and we see us in the editing. Now I imported all the photos, photo by photo, into my Lightroom. Then go to develop, it's German here right now. Then you pick one picture and edit it like you want. I recommend playing around with the temperature. Finding the right temperature and tone can be easily achieved by setting your dynamic and the saturation to a maximum. And now you want to find a good thing between blue and yellow. So, and don't let it be green, then you gotta get a little bit on here. Yeah, yellow, green. You see, something like that, and then you can turn down this to 0 back by clicking on the label, just like that. Then you're gonna go on to develop settings, then you go on, where is it? Copy settings. Then this picture opens, you can check everything, click copy. Then you're gonna press Ctrl A to just select everything, right click, and then you go again, developing settings, and then you go in paste settings. Then you can export it. For the exportation, I recommend you to, in my case I want a video that's full HD, so I cropped all the pictures down with the crop tool to a 16:9 size, and then in the export settings set it this will speed up your rendering process in After Effects later a lot. Yeah, then I just export it into a folder, and that's it already. I exported all the photos into my time-lapse folder, where I selected them all and right click, renamed them one, Windows autocomplete, make them 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I went to After Effects, click import multiple files, then you click on or select everyone or click on the first one, and then you select import JPEG sequence, just select everyone, check it, import, you're done. Then you're it's gonna look like that. It's pretty squishy. You can hit 0 on your numboard to preview it. Yes. Then I added some effects to it. So I did this one. You can see some differences, like up here these haze flares. I like the haze flares on the car stripe thingies, but not on the actual street lights. So I duplicated the layer, removed the haze flare effect and masked it out, so this looks normal. As you can see, this is a separate layer. And then I added these movie bars, actually scaled them up a bit. Yeah, and this is my final scene. You render a little bit longer. But as you can see, it looks smooth. Yeah, and I added the blur, the motion blur. Yeah. So now we can go on File, Export, and then add to Media Encoder queue. What I did already. And here's Media Encoder. I just selected YouTube 1080p, works great for me. If you have other preferences, then you can choose them, and yeah, that's it already. Just click start. And because we scaled the pictures down in Lightroom already, we have less render time. The first time-lapse I made, I didn't do that. I exported like 1 hour 16, and now look at that. This time-lapse is even longer, and I export 1 minute with my PC, maybe a bit longer on yours. Have a great time, happy time-lapse shooting, and I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video and want to see more, I don't know, tutorials or background videos or short films, I don't know what I will do in the future, then just hit the like button, comment and subscribe, and I will see you the next time. Goodbye.